It's fucking lagging. Oh, no, there we go.
Joining the show since Brian jumped in early. What's going on, man? Yay, nay, what's going on? What's happening? No dead air time, no stupid noise. Let's speak. Use our big boy words.
We're frozen, man.
We're frozen?
Mm-hmm. Just
Good.
like the movie.
Frozen in time. So, what's up? What's the deal, man? What's been going on? We had that marathon on Sunday here in Pittsburgh.
I was there.
You were there.
Trying to find you for like 2 hours.
At least. My race did not go as planned.
No.
We're totally frozen on the screen, aren't we?
Yeah, totally frozen.
Does that mean we have no sound either? Is the sound frozen?
No.
Are we like...
I think the sound's good.
The sound's good?
I hope it is.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I see the little bars moving perfectly fine.
Okay, good.
But the video's frozen. I'm going to take us down.
Take us down? Take what, the video down?
Yeah, there we go.
And then you're going to put us back?
Maybe.
People want to see this face.
Let's see. Vid. Hey, I'm moving. Hey, you're moving.
Oh, am I? Nice.
Technology.
I'm going to try to not move a lot to not confuse the screen.
I hate technology.
Yeah, it's a love and hate kind of thing with it. So anyway, we had the marathon on Sunday, which was crazy. You crashed here Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Downstairs crashing, and I'm upstairs trying to fall asleep. And I came down with a bladder infection.
I think between us, we got a solid 30 minutes.
Well, I got
sleep.
0, so it was all you.
Yeah.
Whatever you got is what we got.
30 minutes.
There it is. 30 minutes of sleep for 2 people in one night. Yeah, I came down with a bladder infection. Felt like absolute crap. Got up, around 4:30, I think I finally rolled out of bed and said this ain't happening. Took a shower. Took a shower, then woke you, and I guess. Or whatever. We head down to the marathon. By the time we got there, it was packed. I mean, there were just people downtown pulling in everywhere. What do you think? 100,000 people, easy?
I'd say closer to 200,000.
Yeah, it was jam-packed.
30,000 participants.
Yeah. We had 23 in the hand cycles, which is, I think, the biggest race they had in Pittsburgh yet. And by the way, it was the most professional race I've ever been part of. We had some of the top racers in the world in here. So I wish I could have raced them on even terms, without the bladder infection. But I ended up finishing 9th, and everyone's like, congratulations. And I'm like, oh, thank you. How about when
you finished?
Yeah, you finished.
So?
So what? I could have crawled 26.2 miles. I don't find that as a great accomplishment as most people do, Yeah. But how about when, I'm looking for you, you're looking for me, we're all over the place. And it was weird because when you finished the race, they had barricades in the streets sort of set up. And there were 3 sets of barricades, not including the sidewalks. Because they had the barricades where the runners come down, and then they had another barricade on the side that was for emergency vehicles and, for runners to get into certain places where they need to go. And then you had the sidewalks. So you would have had to walk, or you would have had to jump barricades, I don't know, every 5 feet or so, except for the middle one that was wider. So that made it really hard. Plus I'm in my hand cycle, which is I'm practically laying down, and all I'm looking at is people's crotches. I'm at eye level of people's crotches. So finding Brian was very difficult. I was actually, once the race finished, we pulled in across from the PBG building in the parking lot. That was the pit.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed up there. I couldn't have gone up there.
Yeah, but somehow you swindled or you found a tag. How'd you
I
get
still
that?
didn't. I still didn't want to. One of the other hand cyclists was with I don't know, sister, girlfriend, something like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to mistake those two. Anyway.
Yeah, no, you don't.
But they didn't need their pass anymore because they were leaving, so they just gave it to me.
What'd you do? Just ask him for it, or were they like, "Hey, random person, would you like this?"
I just saw a hand cycle. I'm like, hey, do you know who Attila is? I'm looking for him. He's like, yeah, he was looking for you. Are you Brian? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she's like,
Yeah, I wonder who that was.
this.
I wonder who you were talking to.
Beard.
He had a beard?
Yeah.
Who could that have been? Well, I
Beard
think
man.
that Kevin dude from New Jersey. Oh, I think that was either I think, again, I don't want to mistake it. I met her, but I don't remember if he introduced me as like his sister or his girlfriend or his wife.
His mom.
No, definitely not his mom.
Daughter. You're like the same age.
Yeah, they were. I'm thinking that was his wife, I think, for some reason. But yeah, he was a cool guy. He finished like 10 seconds ahead of me. It was crazy. I tell you what, I like my bike. It's really good for riding. But in races, I just can't compete with it because I'm sitting way too upright. And I'm catching so much air. Like, I was actually passing people on uphills with bladder infection and all. And but downhills, they were just cruising by me, So I'm going to definitely invest in one of those newer, where you're literally on your back chairs, like all those guys had. Everybody who beat me in a race was in one of those. Every single one of them. And I want to, give, I guess, a shout at whatever. Congratulations to Carlos Mileda. He won the thing pretty easily from what I can tell. He won, I think, at least by like 2 minutes or something, so. And there were some badass racers there. Let me tell you, the one dude was 68 years old and the other one was 69 years old. And again, I'm fast. I mean, I had a bladder infection. I get it. I'm still fast, and I'm 47. I'll be 47 in a couple weeks. These dudes beat me. So I'm just like, holy crap. They were like 70 years old. So, when I joke around and saying that the Marines clearly weren't the reason we lost the Vietnam War, these guys are living proof of that shit. I mean, I was just like, the one dude actually drafted off me for probably a solid 6-7 miles of the race. But, even though I felt like absolute shit, and I was probably at like 70% of my normal strength, it was a fantastic learning experience. Because I got to see how Carlos and all these other guys work together, helping, drafting off one another. And because I jumped on him. You missed it, actually, because you were probably parking the truck. Huh?
Yeah.
It's like when we pulled in, like I said, it was mayhem. People were going to the same street from like 5 different directions, and there were only 3 streets. So there were like people just all over the place. You know what it kind of reminded me of? You ever see the old like photos or videos of New York in like, I don't know, 1910? When the roads were dirt and there were like horses and cars and people.
Just chaos.
Yeah, just absolute chaos. There was no sidewalks, nothing. Just it's like every man and woman for himself, That's what it was like going in there. But as like Brian and I pulled in, I spotted a guy in like one of those yellow shirts and I yell over. I'm like, hey, can we pull? I'm here for the hand cycle race. Can we pull in here and just unload and stuff? Dude was really cool about it. He let us in, and then when you put your blinkers on, you had to be gone like 20 minutes at least, right? Because it's funny. I pissed before we left, and then I had to piss like a racehorse when we get to the race. I'm like, damn, this is gonna be a nightmare trying to race with a bladder infection. And so I go in. I tried using the porta-johns, but you can't get into those. There's always a step to get in. And damn be if I'm going to crawl down into those things. In fairness, I might have been better off, man. I went into the Greyhound station's bathroom. It was the most foul thing ever.
We discovered shades.
Oh, God. It was awful. Yeah, shades.
Shades. If you don't know this, which you don't know because we just discovered it. It's shit AIDS.
Shit AIDS,
it's AIDS that you get from shit on a Greyhound.
It was freaking gross, man. It was so gross. And the worst thing is like that's all I smelled the entire race. I'm like trying to haul ass through the cities of Pittsburgh, and that's all I could smell. It was awful. But yeah, it was a good race, man. I mean,
yeah, and then right afterwards, I realized as I was like carrying your chair to my truck, like this got fucking shit AIDS all over it.
But then, so what? You were gone at least like 20 minutes, right? But by the time all that happened, we changed in my chair. The only thing that might have helped me at all was the freaking 5-hour energy, and I left that in the bag. It was so rush because by the time we got there, as we were coming in, the guys were already warming up, doing like little warm-up laps. They had like a block shut off for the hand cyclists. So Carlos and all the dudes there, everybody's just sitting there, going in a circle, warming up. So I jumped in. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get like one quick little warm-up lap at least. No. Then he started lining us up. And I'm just like, okay, I had no idea where I was supposed to be. They line us up. So they rushed to line us up, right? And then we had to wait like 20 minutes before the frickin' race started.
And then 20 minutes during the national anthem.
Oh God, yes.
It was
I mean,
one of those.
she was a good singer, but it was R&B, man. From the very first note, it was R&B. It was like you know you're in trouble when it starts off like, oh say, can you?
We've had this
see?
exact same discussion on the show like 3 times before.
Did we? Yeah. And that's exactly what it was. That is exactly what it was. And I'm just sitting there like, oh man.
The national anthem is not about you.
No, it is not. No, it is not. A word to anybody. If you want to learn how to sing the national anthem, watch Jeff Jemerson. Okay, before Penguins games, he goes in, he's in, out, boom, gets it done, and everybody's happy. But yeah,
Takes like a minute.
It should be. You know what? It should be standard, like Chopin's minute waltz. You know, if you're doing it over a minute, you didn't do it right.
Yeah.
So the anthem, I think, should be the same damn way.
30 seconds. No pitch. No pitch changes either. It's just like a spoken
Rapid.
word.
Oh, second you see. By the dawn's early light.
Or do like Metallica did with the 2 guitars. Not like
not like Hendrix.
not like Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, no.
Oh God, that version.
Don't do that.
Did you ever see Stevie Ray Vaughan's version? Great blues guitar player. You know, one of the best.
I don't think I've seen that.
But well, he was drunk. He was a well-known drunk, and he was drunk out of his mind, dude. They had him playing in Texas before the Rangers game or something like that, one of those Texas teams. He goes in, and you can tell he's drunk, dude. He's like looking for notes on his guitar, and this is coming from a guy who's pretty, you know, one of the top guys in his field. You know what I mean? So, just like he actually got booed.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean that's not quite like Roseanne Barr when she sang the anthem. Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh, dude, it was before a Dodgers game. She came out and she's like, you know Roseanne Barr, right?
I don't think I do.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. She might have been a little before your time.
Roseanne.
What were you born? Like 93, 94, 95? 94? Okay. When did this? Oh, I think this happened right around like 94, 95, something like that. They bring her in, and she's an actress. She used to have her own TV show.
I've watched compilations of people failing the national anthem before, but I don't know. I've probably seen it.
Well, Roseanne's was a big one because she was actually like, she was on top of the world, so to speak. You know, she had her show with, what the hell was that show? I forget. Oh, I think it was just called Roseanne. Was it?
Big Fat Roseanne?
So. Yeah.
Roseanne.
Yeah, that's Roseanne Barr. Yeah. Right.
I don't think I saw that one.
No.
I didn't know she sang the fucking national. That'd be awful.
Dude, it was terrible. Yeah. You know her voice. It's like, yeah, very nasal like that. And she comes out and says, I'll say, can you say, she got booed off the field. So
That's
she
funny.
like, I swear to God, I remember her flashing a finger to the ground and grabbing her crotch, like right here, motherfuckers. And then she spat. Then she spat. Then she goes, pooh, and she like walked off the field. Everyone was so pissed off, and I'm just like, well, what do you expect when you have Roseanne Barr? You know, if you're gonna bring in like a Hollywood starlet
That's funny.
who isn't like a singer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you bring in, I don't know, I can't think of like a singer right now, but you bring one of them in, and they fail, then boo. But what do you expect from Roseanne Barr? You know. Plus, she's a comedian to begin with, you know. So, I'm sure she was going to take it real seriously.
It's
she
like
probably
bringing in Andy Dick to fucking sing the national anthem and shit.
Dude, I would pay to see that. I would pay to see that.
That'd be great.
First of all, the dude's so fucking ADD, he'd forget where he's at halfway through and go running off somewhere. Number two, he might end up naked before the thing's over. And it may get even worse than that. That dude's just, wow. But
Gilbert Gottfried.
You want to hear what Roseanne sounded like? The Gilbert right there. Let me sing the anthem for you. Yeah, so.
Why am I so tired?
Oh, I don't know.
I shouldn't be tired during the show.
Well, it's because you just haven't done enough cocaine.
Do you have any cocaine?
I don't.
Damn it.
But there was a parent. There were a set of parents, I guess, in Texas.
At Robertson.
Did you see those parents in Texas who they used drugs as like motivation for their kids? So in other words, if you cleaned your room, you got a joint. If you if you got good grades in school, you got like an 8-ball of cocaine, whatnot. It was actually quite hilarious, and I know I probably shouldn't laugh at that because it's fucked up. But I think to myself, like, if it works, if the kids' rooms are clean and they're straight A students, before you know it, it'll catch on.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't care. Parent your kids however you want.
Yeah, well, yeah, to a certain point, but yeah, I'm not quite sure necessarily drugs are the way to go. Oh, dude, I gotta show you this. So anyway, get back to the marathon before we're done with that. I did finish. So just to prove to you, yeah, here's my finisher's medal. And this thing sat on my kitchen countertop since the moment we walked in. So I'm not like
It's
really
funny,
proud of it.
because we were trying to find a way out, and we ended up going back the wrong way.
Right.
Like
We end up going back in like we just finished the race.
yeah, we like went to the finish line and turned around because we couldn't get out that way.
Yeah, yeah.
And then people are like trying to hand us medals and shit. Like,
I could have walked over like, dude, you could have got a medal.
yeah, I know.
Meanwhile, he's wearing jeans, like skateboard shoes, this shirt actually, a hat,
His
glasses,
backpack.
and backpack. I mean, he looked like a young Unabomber walking around.
I'm like, yeah, I finished the marathon before
Not even
all these
sweating.
people running.
Not even sweating.
Yeah.
In jeans. And shit.
That was
So
funny.
yeah, it was funny.
I should have grabbed one of the medals.
He should have.
I grabbed a Gatorade.
They were just like, here. I'm like, no, thanks. I already got one. And they're like, good job. Meanwhile, it was like, what, like 4 hours before or after? You know what I mean? Like, what? We finished. What time did I finish? It started at 10 to 7. I finished like 20 after 8, something like that.
Yeah.
This had to be like, what, 11 o'clock? 11:30.
By the way, at that time, at like 8:30, that's when I was expecting you to come through the exit and come meet me. And there's already like hundreds of people that passed, and I'm just sitting there waiting. And I was there till like 9:30, and then I just walked around the downtown Pittsburgh.
So I
trying to
may have
find you.
passed before you got there? Is that what you think happened? Or like, were you at the finish line?
I was expecting you to finish in between 1:20 and 1:30, so I was there waiting, watching to see if you passed around like 8:30.
Yeah, no. Well, it would have been. I mean, we started at 10 to 7, and I did in like 1:34. So say 1:35. That would put us at what, 8 or 7? Yeah, 8:20, 8:25.
Yeah,
That's right around when I
the
crossed.
crowd wasn't that big then.
No.
But then when it got around like 9, there was just a bunch of people, and I was like,
Yeah, because you had the half
you.
marathoners start coming in by that point, you know. So
And
so
I
they're
saw
running-
like 5 hand cyclists pass on like both sides that they were exiting, so I was running to one side to try and find you. And then there was 3 that came on the other side, so I had to run through the crowd of 100 billion people.
Well, I told you the day before that it was gonna be chaos down there.
Yeah.
So did I lie? It was freaking chaos.
Yeah. It was awful.
But you know what though? But it was the most professional race I've ever run. I mean, everything was set up perfectly. Barricades, all the streets were barricaded off the way they should have been.
There was bananas.
There's all that goodies there: bananas, bagels, freaking apples, applesauce, lots of applesauce. But everything was blocked off the way it should have been. My only complaint about it would be the streets themselves, but I think that's more of like a problem with the city of Pittsburgh, not the marathon. You know, because man, we went through some places, and I thought either my back was gonna break or my bike was just gonna start losing nuts and bolts because the shit hurt. Especially like the bottom of Walnut Street was really bad, but it was cool, man. It was a good experience. And congratulations to Lee, my buddy Lee. This is his first race he ran. He did it in an hour 30 and some change. So he's had a really good time. And now he and I promised that we're gonna start working together because we're both like local. Even though he's from Ohio, he works here and he pretty much like hangs in Pittsburgh. So he and I are gonna start working together and start drafting and get that done. So next year I promise we're both gonna do better. Well, I'm definitely gonna do better. There's no way I'm gonna do worse than 9th. I mean, again, dude, it's funny. We're coming through there like, what was it, 11:30, and people are like, congratulations. And I just wanted to hide my head in the sand somewhere. Everyone else is all, hey, I finished it, and I'm like, oh god, no.
I just thought it was funny going through the second time like 4 hours after the hand cyclist started.
Yeah.
Like,
If you're coming through with a hand cycle, then you've got issues, you know.
I could have done it faster than 4 hours on a hand cycle.
I would say so, yeah. I would say so. Absolutely. There's no question. As long as you can get off Forbes. That would have been your only obstacle.
Yeah, no. I've ridden a hand cycle before. Your hand cycle, to be specific. It's fucking hard.
It is hard.
But it's fun.
Yeah,
it's very fun.
It is fun. But, when you get into hills, and let me tell you, Carlos and those guys, man, they had mad pace going, man. I'm hauling this. I just couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe, so I couldn't catch up with them. So, but, these things happen. I just sent you a link. Can we pump this up? Did you see this?
I don't know if it starts lagging.
This is just too
It's gonna be
funny.
a pain.
It's a chick who's clearly like she had her wisdom teeth or something pulled out, and she is convinced that she's like the world's greatest rapper, and that's all she wants to do is rap. So she kind of starts complaining about it. It had me rolling. Just the look on her face. She's so confused. She was just completely.
Computer.
Huh? Oh yeah, Brian's having issues with his computer there. It's being slow. Boo.
Slow and sluggish.
Yeah.
Use your computer.
Well, why couldn't we use my computer? There was a reason. What was it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We couldn't get the software for the interface.
Oh
working
yeah,
on it,
yeah. That's
but
what
now
it
we're
is.
not using the interface anymore. So
No, but there was something I had to download so we can use whatever software it is we're using there. That's
yeah,
what was the
for
problem.
the interface.
Oh, that was for the interface?
Yeah, this
Oh.
isn't the interface. This is a mixer.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, maybe next week.
maybe.
How about that? If we remember.
Well, let's
We got that thing going?
after no,
What are we doing?
I don't know. It's like it's doing all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah, keep your dialogue open with us, and that way I can just pass you the links as we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open this link in a new tab. It's loading.
All right.
Nobody's watching anymore.
That's okay. That one person will be on to dislike us later. That's what we want, a bunch of dislikes.
Dude, if we could get a bunch of dislikes, we'd have more viewers.
Yeah, I know. That means people will care. Care enough to give us a dislike. Boy, that really is loading very slowly.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think it's worth it anymore. Oh, jeez.
Dude, it's hilarious.
I can't full screen it.
Do we have it?
To,
Oh.
Let me do some stuff here.
All right, you do your magic.
Add. We're frozen.
Oh, good. Sorry, it's all right, as long as the video's done.
I'm taking us down.
Why do I look like I'm always sleeping whenever
know.
it freezes? Something I do, I'm very bad at. I'm a horrible sleeper. But yet, on here, every time it freezes, I'm sleeping.
Let's see.
I gotta say, this is a very non-energetic show.
Yeah, everything's frozen.
No energy. Nothing's working right.
Warning: high encoding CPU usage. Considered turning down settings. We're like totally frozen.
Okay, well, take us off the screen, see if that helps.
I tried. We're there we go.
Ah,
Now we're
now we're
finally
gone.
up. I clicked.
Now people just hear us.
Yes,
Maybe it's better that way,
I think it is.
at least for today.
Yeah.
Okay, can we play that video?
I don't know. I'm trying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there it is. Let's see.
Well, they probably want you to be kind of quiet.
But I want to rap.
When we get home, you can rap if you
I
want.
want to rap. That's my dream.
Really? You want to be like in a pentatonic? Oh. Who's your favorite rapper?
Oh, myself.
Okay.
Nice.
Who's your favorite rapper?
I'm my favorite rapper.
That just had me howling.
I thought she was gonna freestyle. What the?
No. She was totally convinced that she's like the greatest rapper. On other news, Bernie Sanders, as I'm sure everybody knows by now, announced his presidential bid. So
I don't even know who that is. I'm
Bernie
sorry.
Sanders is, he's a guy who makes sense. Every time he posts stuff, he's
I'm
it
back
makes
up.
sense, But here's the thing: I think he's running on a Democratic ticket. So all he's going to do is either ensure that the Republicans are going to win, or ensure that Hillary wins. And here's why: two scenarios. One, he could just be like Ross Perot and some of the other guys in the past who just stole votes from the Democrat, which is going to steal votes from Hillary. So, he'll get like 100 million votes or whatever, and she won't get those votes. But they'll split the vote, and then whoever the idiot Republican is going to be is going to end up winning. Or number two, see, here's the thing. Hillary's going to have to change her game now. She's going to sound all moderate and shit. So half of Bernie's people are going to be like, yeah, but he's not going to have a chance to win, so I'm voting for Hillary. So,
which is stupid.
Well, it's absolutely stupid.
That's the dumbest thing.
If you vote for a Bush or a Clinton, then you should be just shot. Not that it really matters who you get in there.
If you're like swayed by the argument that they don't have a chance of winning, you're stupid. Yeah,
but you'd be amazed how many people feel that way.
Yeah, it's enough people to make the person that you don't even want win.
Right. This is how people are. They're just dumb. They're dumb. Like, I'm not going to waste a vote on a person who's not going to win.
75% of people who want that person to win don't think they're going to win, but that's like the entire population.
Yeah.
Just vote for him, you stupid ass.
Well, I mean, look, I always say just vote for who you ever want to vote for. I mean, vote for a candidate, or if you don't like it, vote for yourself. Who cares? Just make your voice be heard somehow. But
I can't run for president yet.
You can't? Oh, you're too young. 35. Well, I can't because I wasn't born in this country. But then again, neither was Obama.
Not that voting matters because it's not like the people's vote is or what.
No, it's not, and that's what
the
electoral
college.
Yes.
The electric college.
No, electoral. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say electric.
No, you were speaking, like so you cut me off.
Yeah, okay.
But here's the thing. Again, Bernie Sanders could get 100% of the American vote, and I guarantee you he's not going to get a single electoral vote. Yes. Not a single one.
Which is dumb.
Well, it is what it is. That's how the game's rigged. So you can't get, like a real candidate.
It's just funny because people, they go out and vote and like
they'll
feel
fight
a sense
over
of fucking accomplishment shit. Like, I voted. Like, so shit doesn't matter.
Yep. It just all that matters is who your representative is and how he or she is going to vote. And the thing is, though, I never know who the hell is our rep. I don't know who's representing, like, this area of Squirrel Hill.
Me neither.
Yeah, right. So how can I even influence who I need to influence in any way, shape, or form? I don't know. The whole thing is just so screwed up, man. It's just a big shit cake, and basically the banksters of the Federal Reserve just decide who they want for the next president. They're going to get in there, and then that's the end of that.
I think it should be.
And the game continues.
It should be the electric college.
Yeah, Electric Avenue. Yeah.
The electric company.
Brought to you by the letter F for fuck you. Ha, 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 ha. I like what?
Government.
Government. What was the one with Peter when he joined the electric company?
It's
like, slow down. You're getting way ahead.
Come on, I'm new here. Oh, you're going to try and make me play another fucking video?
No, it's not a video. It's just little stories that you can put up there if people want to see it. So while you do that, I can find other stuff. Know what I mean?
Okay, message to the people. Do you want to see it?
Yes, of course they do.
Okay.
I mean, it's not going to take too long, too much effort.
It does. It takes a lot of effort.
A lot of effort? Good.
Yes.
Good. That's the way it should be. So in Murray
And we're
County,
frozen again. Every time I click off, we freeze.
well, just leave us off.
Okay, just leave us off the whole show.
Well, I mean, at least while we're doing news stories here, because I'll send you a couple more. This is just interesting little stuff I run across here. Like, a judge in Murray County, Georgia, plants meth in a woman's car, has cops arrest her after she accused him of sexual harassment. Now, this dude is like the scumbag of scumbags. And if you read the story, basically, he planted the heroin.
He has a goatee, so he's evil.
Yeah, he must be evil, yeah. So he planted, well, he didn't do it himself. He had somebody do it, but he had the heroin planted in her car. And then they called the cops on her, right? And they didn't find any heroin, so they let her off the hook. And so this asshole, he's such a dick. He called the police.
There he is.
Yeah, he called the police, and then he told them exactly where to find the heroin. So then they came back, and they found the heroin exactly where he said it was going to be. So needless to say, the judge eventually ended up getting busted in this game, and it's wonderful.
That's great.
A former Murray County judge has been found guilty of 6 federal crimes. Bryant Cochran was found guilty of sexually harassing a female employee, illegally searching another employee's
Looks like
phone,
he dipped his
framing a
face in
woman
a
for arrest,
pile of cocaine.
and asking a friend to lie
It's all,
to
like,
investigators.
stuck in his eyebrows.
Angela Garmley says Cochran tried to have sex with her, and when her story went public, she says he got
That's a
someone to
bad
plant
mugshot.
meth on
She's
her
not even
car.
You don't never get a
Cochran will
good
be
mugshot
sentenced
from
on
those.
February 20th. He could face more than 20 years in federal prison.
I would
Better.
love to see this guy face the 20 years. I really would, but it's not going to happen. You know what's even worse is like these judges, they pretty much have amnesty. I mean, they can get fired. They can do whatever the hell they want. I mean, I can find you stories of judges even locally. One got all hammered. He was a big alcoholic. He ended up down at the waterfront, dropping his pants in front of everybody, gives his car keys to some kid, and they drive away. Then he calls the cops on him. So eventually he's forced to resign, right? But then nothing happens. He gets to keep his pension. So, taxpayers, we're paying for all these dirty scumbag judges who basically got kicked out for being just that, dirty or scumbag. The one woman got busted for heroin. She was on heroin every time she, during her sessions. And then she finally got busted because she alerted her dealer that the police were coming after her. That's how they caught her. Then here's one of my favorite judge stories. The one guy, he got busted for playing with a penis pump during session. So he's sitting in there pumping his penis during court sessions. So
Nice.
these are the kind of judges we have. Wonderful. So yeah, these guys they must go down. Just go down, take
I'm
them
blown
down,
away.
get them the hell out of there. Oh yeah, here's another wonderful story for those who don't know who this guy is. Yeah.
There we go.
Here, I just sent you another story.
They can look at
Look at Bill Cosby for a
they
while.
can look at Bill.
Okay, go pop up the next story. I just sent it to you. It is
This guy's ugly.
who's that? Oh, you talking about David Rockefeller?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, David Rockefeller's 6th heart transplant successful at age 99. This guy just will not die. I mean, he's so fucking rich that he will not die. I don't blame him. If I were that rich, I wouldn't want to die either. But apparently, he just keeps on living, man. They keep this guy alive.
That's
Now,
not working.
Now, David Rockefeller, he became king of the world, so to speak. I want to say about 10, 15 years ago, something like that. Maybe less. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, you want to look at what the king of Earth, the king of the world looks like? There's this douchebag, David Rockefeller. And yeah, he just needs to go away. Go away, David Rockefeller.
He'll be up on the screen eventually.
In like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Bill's hawking it right now.
It's moving so slow. If people could see how slow this is moving, they would see how
I
slow
mean, we'll
it's
just
moving.
talk about the stories.
Yeah.
What was the document?
Go on
this
Google right now and look up David Rockefeller.
Look at David Rockefeller. The scumbag was
He is
99.
dead. We'll post.
Oh, this video I want to play. This is a fantastic video footage of the 9/11 of the second drone hitting the tower. Yeah, we gotta play this video. It's very interesting.
Of course, we have to play
This well, I mean, you know what's really interesting about this video is it's CGI and you can see it. Did you notice there? Let me run this back. Watch the left wing of the plane. What doesn't look right to you in this picture? Watch the left wing. What?
What?
Watch it again. Watch the left wing carefully again. It's in front of the building. How the hell does it disappear behind the building?
Because of the
It's very
resolution.
far in front of the building.
Well,
It's CGI. Plus, how does an airplane?
that actual
watch this.
video.
Watch this. How does an airplane do this into a solid steel building? Explain to me how it does that into a solid steel building.
What, disintegrates when it fucking hits it?
Yes, like you know what I mean. It cut through like cheese, and that's solid steel. I'm sorry, it's hitting. I need an explanation of how that happened. What you're looking at here is CGI.
No, it's not.
Yeah, oh yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
that's CGI.
That's not CGI.
That's CGI, dude.
That's
Look at
not
it,
CGI.
dude. How does the wing disappear behind a building that's like fucking 3 blocks away?
Because the video capture device is not as fast as
Oh, get out of
how
here!
far they're
Get out
slowing
of here!
down.
That doesn't
Look,
make any sense.
Look, it's a big fucking
That doesn't make any
pixel.
sense. It all disappears. Boom! It just all disappears.
Dude, the colors blend together because
No.
the actual
No.
videos.
I have done a lot of video in my life. I have done a lot of video, high def video, regular video. I can edit the shit out of video.
Okay, well maybe
That's
they edited
CGI.
that.
That's CGI. What you're looking at right there, that is CGI.
That's
I
not
mean,
CGI.
look, the building's right there. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with It just somehow a big giant airplane just poof, disappears. Yeah. And then what I like is that the wrong engine drops to the ground. It's not even the airplane's engine that they found there. It's a completely wrong engine, and that's coming from experts like what's his name, John Lear, who is like to airplanes what you and I are to walking in shoes. You know, he's like, yeah, that's completely the wrong engine. It's not even there. Then I like how supposedly everything got destroyed in the fire except conveniently for the one hijacker's ID. A little piece of shit paper thing lives through like the 3,000 Fahrenheit fire that it takes to melt steel. Yeah, the whole thing was a complete joke, but not to anybody who died inside the building, that's for sure, and their families. But to try to explain this as like an airplane actually hit that damn building, yeah. Meanwhile, as the building collapses,
I'm not saying that any of that is wrong. I'm saying that
is CGI right
CGI.
there. Look at it. That's absolutely CGI. That's absolutely CGI. And I love how the buildings collapse perfectly straight down, going boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's demolition. Buildings don't fall straight down like that. Certainly not by accident, and not
Well, I mean, they're
two
standing
times
straight up,
Yeah,
and they're built that way.
no, they're not. Sorry, no plane, no tower that has ever, no high rise in the world has ever been hit by an airplane and it collapsed. It never happened, ever in the history of Earth. Never. In fact, no high rise ever collapsed from a fire. Period. It has never happened.
Well, not a lot of planes hit into buildings.
It happens a lot more than you think. It happens a hell of a lot more than you think. A hell of a lot more than you think. You think this is the first time that happened?
No.
No. And that's what I'm saying. And here's the other thing, too. It's like jet fuel does not burn nearly hot enough to melt steel. It's like off by 1,000 degrees.
Well, I mean, all the jet fuel just fucking
it's off
burnt
by
up right in
1,000.
there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that was their excuse, is that the jet fuel burned so hot that it burned the fire. Dude,
Well,
it's
that's
off.
dumb.
It's not off by 10 degrees or 50. It's off by like 1,000 degrees. That's how big the difference is. That's freaking huge.
Plus,
difference.
there's a lot more shit in there burning.
It doesn't
jet
matter.
fuel.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't burn hot enough. You actually have to use accelerants to get fire to burn so hot to melt steel. And that's what they found all over the site on 9/11. Are these little nanobites that they use that is their job, is to accelerate and burn the fuel hotter. So there's so many shady things that went on that day. It's ridiculous. And then I love the fact that the other airplane comes in and supposedly crashes into the Pentagon and looks absolutely nothing like these. Then Building 7, they just, oh yeah, we gotta tear down Building 7. Meanwhile, there was absolutely nothing wrong with Building 7 whatsoever. But it just so happened to be the CIA headquarters of New York City. So where do you think the operation was ran from?
Larry Silverstein.
Yeah, he did it for $6 million. He's gonna burn down his buildings.
Billion.
Yeah,
Billions
that's still
of
nothing.
dollars.
That's still nothing.
That's more than he put in.
Big deal. The buildings have been there a long time ago. You know what I mean? He's already made that over 100 times. Whatever
It's
he put.
insurance fraud.
Yeah. No, that was not insurance fraud.
Insurance
It goes
fraud.
way further than that. That was a tiny, tiny little minuscule bubble. Ask yourself this, okay? Do you follow Congress? Do you follow the Senate? Do you follow anything, how it happens?
No, not really. I don't care.
When was the last time in the history of the United States, which is like 250 years, give take, when have we written a law, sent it to the House, Senate, and the president signed off within 6 months? When has that ever happened? Dude, just to pass a law takes you 6 years if you're lucky. And half of the times
he doubled the insurance policy 6 weeks before the planes hit.
No, I'm not saying he didn't cash in on it. Why wouldn't he? Those are his buildings. You don't think that he's going to get paid for having his buildings knocked down?
So he knew.
Of course he knew.
Everybody knew.
Well,
It's insurance fraud.
No, that's not why it happened. It happened to bring in the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act was actually written in the 70s. And it was something that they tried to bring in a couple of times. In fact, the Oklahoma City bombing happened in Oklahoma City because it had a daycare. The original building, the original target was in Texas, but it didn't have a daycare.
I just don't like.
You involved the daycare.
I just don't like the fact that people keep looking past this point.
No, because
how
that's
big
of
a scumbag Larry
No.
Silverstein is.
Nobody is saying he's not. No one.
Yeah, but they don't even
but-
acknowledge the bastard.
Because he's so minuscule in the entire thing. Have you read through the Patriot Act at all? Have you read any of it? It completely circumvents the Constitution, and that's what they wanted to do. They want to fearmonger everybody so they can circumvent the Constitution and do the shit that they wanted to do. Like I believe in Section 8 or 2. It's been so long since I've read it, at least 10 years. But I think it was 802, Section 802, where they talked about, under the Patriot Act, you don't get a right to a trial by your peers. What that replaces is a tribunal. You go in front of basically a tribunal, and if found guilty, you can be just killed without any notification to your next of kin or family or anything. This is the kind of shit they want to bring in, So if anybody wants to know, what the number one reason, absolutely, they wanted the Patriot Act. And you think dude was just going to agree to his buildings being brought down without being paid? No, I don't think that was going to happen, So he's a small player in the thing who happened to cash in, like the many, many other people after him, like Dick Cheney with Hal Burton and all the cash that they brought in by, like I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, we're going to go and go after the Saudis, because supposedly 17 out of 19 hijackers, whatever it was, were Saudis. Dude, we never even touched Saudi Arabia. And we pass all these laws, all these spying laws on
we
U.S.
hung out
personnel.
in Yemen a little bit.
Yeah, we always hang out in Yemen a little bit, but
Bosnia.
So yeah, Bosnia. That's like a whole another continent. Well, another part of the continent for sure. I never considered a Middle East Europe. It's weird.
Wait,
Nobody
where's Bosnia?
Bosnia it's former Yugoslavia. It's right below Hungary.
Okay, so it's not a different.
It's like from here to India. Well, here's the thing: the Middle East.
Anyway,
ask any European.
I want to chime in before about how the 9/11 wasn't really special because they do this shit all the time, like fucking.
Well, I just told you Oklahoma City bombing.
The 1942 or whatever Japanese American citizens.
You talking about 1941?
1941.
Pearl Harbor?
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
December 7th?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That was a complete setup. You're going to tell me you missed an entire armada of ships coming into Hawaii? You know what I mean? It's not like one submarine
Well, I'm talking about American citizens just getting their...
Oh, you're talking about with the
away.
Japanese, getting thrown. Oh, yeah, internment camps. Yeah, absolutely. That was World War II because that's how we roll.
It's the same idea.
And then they talk
Act.
about Sandy Hook being the biggest school shooting, but everybody just completely overlooks in 1890 or whatever it was when the federal government rolled in and killed a bunch of Indians, women, children, etc. in a school. But you know what? That doesn't matter because they were Indian.
Well, Americans.
Yeah, they weren't Americans. They were Indians.
Redskin Americans.
Yeah.
Indians are in India. With dots on their heads.
Those are dot Indians, not boo Indians.
But those aren't Indians.
I know,
They're
Jesus fucking Christ, but they're called Indians because they were named Indians by Columbus and gang. So that's what they're called.
Or Columbus.
The red man, the chief, the big chief. Okay, you happy?
Let's just call them
the original Americans. How about that? Even though they're not American, they were whatever they were, Cherokee or Cheyenne or whatever tribe they were.
The red guys.
The red guys. They're not even red. Why you call them red? That's racist, you bastard.
Because they're reddish.
They're reddish. They're just dudes with a tan, man. They're Polynesians with a killer tan. That's what they are. They're bronzed. I'm jealous because they have no body.
But see,
hair.
the thing that pisses me off is they're nowhere near as dark as Indians, and people keep fucking calling them Indians. They're Bronzians.
Bronzians. Now, I need somebody to explain to me why Indians and Chinese don't look more alike. I talk about this all the time.
Migration.
No. They've been living next door to each other for 5,000 years, dude. They've been living directly next door.
It takes 50,000 years to really change.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
Well, humans have been around for what, 100?
No, it does not. It's like 12
years?
generations or some bullshit like that. I looked this up a long time ago, whatever it was.
Well,
I don't remember.
They don't fuck each other.
It certainly wasn't. Yeah, but what I'm saying is they live in the same area.
Have you ever seen an Indian Chinese guy?
Chindian, that's what we call them. No, I don't see Chindians anywhere.
Exactly, because they don't mate.
No, I know there are enemies and shit, but dude, the point is that they say that you look the way you look because of where you are in the world. Like Africans look black because they're in Africa where it's really hot.
Yeah, well, they've been there
dark
for
skin.
95,000 years.
You get the people in Norway and shit. The Icelanders and all are tall and blonde hair and blue eyed, blah blah blah, because they get less sun. Whatever. So if that's the case, then explain to me why Chinese and Indians don't look more similar. They're right next door. They could go like this. Here's the line.
Because
you're Indian, I'm Chinese.
Environment to change the way you look takes more than 50 or 5,000 years.
No, it does not. No, it does not. No, it does not.
Okay,
feel free to Google that right now. I know I looked it up. It's like 18 generations, something to that effect. That's what it said. So I'm going, okay, so if that's the case, then explain that ain't 5,000 years or 6,000. It's been longer. I mean, those two have been living next to each other forever.
Well, what did Indians look like before that?
I don't know. Which I always say, my argument is that, we were more than likely genetically engineered from whatever apes the aliens who were down here at the time may have found. Whatever apes were in that neighborhood, that's what they used. They said, okay, here's some of our genes. You guys resemble us closely. Here's some of our genes. Boom, boom. And now go dig gold. Create us landing spaces. Do whatever.
Could you imagine doing an alien?
Yeah, I don't think they did them that way.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they did. But that would be a long time. That would be really
Here's some
long.
genes.
That would take forever. that would take forever that way. Like one ape at a time. We're going to change these species one ape at a time.
That sounds like something a human would do if they were able to interstellarly travel to different planets.
Well, humans bang animals now. What are you talking about? You can find videos of chicks banging dogs, donkeys.
That's the first thing we do if
monkeys,
we land
whatever.
down on fucking Alpha Centauri or whatever, and there was like
jack off.
Yeah.
Spread the sperm. Seed the planet. Whatever.
Find intelligent life. Fuck it.
Hey, baby. Love those three titties.
I like your gills.
Yeah, people are messed up, man. People are completely messed up.
Yeah.
That's how they roll.
I want to fuck you.
Oh,
like
yeah.
an alien.
Here's a great story. See if you can bring this one up by chance. This is a fantastic story.
I don't want to touch this
This is
anymore.
just to tell you how in what direction America is headed, right?
Let's just talk about it.
House passes bill that prohibits expert scientific advice to the EPA. So they made it illegal now to for you to actually be a qualified scientist to talk about things like whether it's global warming or whatever the hell you want to call it.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with this.
Done with what?
Everything.
Everything. Done with humanity.
Everything.
Yeah, so it's now official. In fact, let me open up the story because it's worth a look through. Here, I'll just read this. While everyone's attention was focused on the Senate and the Keystone XL decision on Tuesday, mine wasn't actually. I missed that. Some pretty shocking stuff was quietly going on in the House of Representatives. The GOP-dominated House passed a bill that effectively prevents scientists who are a peer-reviewed experts in their field from providing evidence directly or indirectly to the EPA, while at the same time allowing industry representatives with financial interests in fossil fuels to have their say.
What does the EPA have to say about that?
Well, clearly the EPA is their bitch.
Yeah.
So,
they can't be like, what the fuck? Doesn't make any sense.
No, because the EPA is worthless. So,
okay. Moral of the story is don't
Do not
longer trust
donate to the EPA. Don't trust them. Fuck the EPA. Yeah, they're completely worthless, useless. I mean, it's just going to be a bunch of shills. Oil. Yeah, oils. You remember when we played that video of that jackass from, who was he? I think last show we played the video where what was it? Somebody asked him to drink. What the hell was it? I'm drawing a blank now.
Oh yeah,
what was
the water from...
It was from some pesticide or some bullshit like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he's like, what do you think, I'm stupid? That's perfectly fine, you can drink it.
Yeah.
Well, we have some here.
Would you like some?
What do you I'm not stupid.
What do you call the guy, a jerk off or something? I'm like, what?
Then this interview's over.
Yeah.
You jerk.
What a jackass. This story here actually disturbed me.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that guy, yeah, he was something else. We got this dude actually bottled birds.
Okay.
How callous smugglers cram cockatoos into plastic bottles to get them through customs. I mean, look at that. That is hideous.
Fucking heinous.
That is, I mean, I would have people shot.
How did you get it? How? Dude, its beak is like bigger than the fucking...
Yeah. It's disgusting. I mean, again, I'm not like a huge animal rights person. You're not going to see me like protest fur and shit. But that right there is just ridiculous. I mean, to put these birds into a bottled water container. What is this one? Aqua something. Whatever it was.
It's not Nestle.
Well, it might be an off-brand of Nestle. Who knows?
It is. Everything's an off-brand
right,
of Nestle.
Right. So you look at this thing. I mean, that's freaking disturbing, man. And me being claustrophobic, it's even worse. I'm looking at this thing and I'm freaking out. I mean, it's just fucked up. People are so fucked up.
I'm not claustrophobic.
Oh, I am. Oh, going the wrong way. Oh, here. Did you see this guy? Real life Hulk. Nearly forced to have his arms amputated.
What is that, synthol?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. I never used it, but my God, apparently, like he injects this shit directly into the muscle. I was talking with a friend of mine who was familiar with it.
Yeah,
you inject it right into the muscle,
I think that's what that's called.
and it's insane. It turns your muscle solid. So they almost had to cut this dude's arms off. I mean, you know, I
Dude,
don't know.
His traps are like up to his ears. What the
They
fuck?
are. You know what he looks like?
An idiot.
Did you ever see any of the Bugs Bunny cartoons, or was that like way before your time? See, I grew up with like Bugs Bunny and shit.
I think.
Well, I mean, Bugs Bunny was before my time, but it was on TV all the time, you know, in reruns. There are these big muscle guys who look just like him. and that was a cartoon from like
Why are
1940s.
they calling him real life Hulk?
Well, because he looks like the freaking Hulk if it were green.
He looks like a lump of dog shit.
It's insane. It's insane. But yeah, so he almost lost his arms, man.
Yeah, I'd say that to his face.
I'm sure he would. Well, yeah, because he looks like this now. The guy on the left.
Wait, that's the after?
No, that was the before, I think. That was before, and that was after.
Yeah, because he probably looks
Well, that
like
might
chewed
be-
bubble gum now.
You know what? He looks like this guy, except like really loose skin. I bet.
Yeah, that's why chewed bubble gum.
Okay. Chewed bubblegum.
An old balloon with a little bit of
How
sand.
about this psycho bitch? This one here. Yeah, I like this. Woman cuts face of boyfriend's dead girlfriend at a funeral home.
Hot.
Yeah, but here's what I like. She didn't just cut her face. She stole her shoes. I'm like, of course she would steal the shoes. Why wouldn't she? And then the idiot, she gets busted when she goes back to the girl's house, tries to steal more shit, saying that they wanted it at the funeral home. It was like, I don't know what people are just insane.
I like having no video better.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, check this out. This I wish people could see because this is actually really cool. Watch this. Let me see if I can find the video here. Come on. I hate when it thinks. There we go. Yeah, this is actually really, really cool.
Elephants are awesome.
They are. And you know, it's really funny. I was trying to figure out if this elephant was trained to do this and set up, you know what I mean? Or whether this was just the elephant being the elephant. But either way, it was really freaking cool.
For those
Stupid
watching,
ads.
elephants are awesome.
Yeah. This is like footage in like Africa or something, and it's by some kind of a little, looks like an outhouse or something. And there's a garbage can, and around it, some plastic bottles on the ground. So the elephant goes over, picks them up, and throws them away. He's all gentle and sweet about it, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how awesome is that?
That's why I said elephants are fucking badass.
Yeah. I like how he uses his foot to get it up on his snout.
Oh,
Is it
God.
snout?
David Rockefeller. God, Jesus. I just, why?
Yeah, that dude's
Why?
scary, man. But he won't die, man. He will not die. And again, I can't totally blame him. I like the girl on The Price is Right in the wheelchair who won the treadmill. That was cool. You saw that, I'm sure, right?
You told me about that.
Oh, did I tell you about
I
it?
don't think I
Okay.
watched the video.
It's funny. It happens really fast. When you see the video, just everything happens so fast, and they just rushed her off stage, and Drew Carey almost looked a little uncomfortable, like he didn't know what to do. But yeah, it was funny. Oh, how about
love
this
Drew
story?
Carey.
I like this story here. This is a good one. So abstinence only Texas high school hit by chlamydia outbreak.
Ding. We need sound effects. That's what we need.
1 in 15 students affected. That's beautiful. Yeah, so they're real big on abstinence in the school and preaching abstinence, and you know, kids don't have sex. Yeah, because that always works so well with a bunch of 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds.
That's
Yeah.
actually statistically accurate. Like, the more...
Oh yeah. Well, the more you tell
Like,
anybody
even,
don't do something,
Like, throughout all of history, the more you fucking tell people with, like, prohibition and
Right.
shit, the more people do it.
I guarantee you it turned people into alcoholics who otherwise would have probably never had a drop of
Yeah.
drink.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then what was this one here? Oh, the Tesla battery. I didn't read this story. I was going to read through it, and I just didn't have time. Oh, this is one of my favorite stories. This Nebraska woman who sues all homosexuals in federal court because because Jesus.
Well,
But
well,
this
here's the
this
thing
one has a
about
happy
that.
ending, by the way. But go ahead.
It's stupid. It's fucking, it's dumb.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Here's the.
Doesn't make any sense.
Well, she's suing the homosexuals on behalf of God and Jesus.
Well,
I mean, anybody can sue.
Can God and Jesus be called to the stand?
Well,
Through the Holy Ghost?
Yeah, they can be, yeah. I mean, why not? You know, if they're witnesses, sure. But for some reason, they didn't show up. So this woman was kind of like left on her own.
That's what I would imagine. She goes to court.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't happen. I mean, you know, apparently she must have just been a naughty person.
That'd be great if Christianity was just true and Jesus came back.
It was like, you guys are assholes.
Just for this. Just so she could win this case.
Yeah. I hate fags. That's right. I said it.
My dad's the all-benevolent creator of the fucking universe, and he hates his creation.
He does.
His tiny little minuscule
No, but there's a happy ending to the story.
particle
Let me see, what the hell is it?
of gayness.
Yeah, and here's the happy ending to the story. Judge throws out woman's lawsuit against all homosexuals on earth. So,
No.
can you imagine that? My only concern is this. This is my only concern. Where's it at? Yeah.
It'd be funny if it went to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't. You know how America is. Judge John Gerard, I guess, dismissed Sylvia Driscoll's suit, saying she didn't have legal jurisdiction to speak as an ambassador for God and His Son Jesus Christ. Now
That's
worries
the
me.
reason they threw it out.
Yeah, that's it. And that concerns me.
That's the first thought I had was why is it
That concerns me because
the only thing that should have been said was like
this story, this is a joke. Get
thrown
out.
out because it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But if you can find me an ambassador to God and Jesus Christ, then
that's
you're
my
good.
point. That's what scares me, is because now this opens the door to an imam, a priest, a rabbi, any of those cats who people feel, you know what I mean?
And then you have judges pumping their dick up behind the fucking podium and being like, "Hey,"
or high on heroin, or
exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be passed into law. And then you're not going to be able to be gay anymore. You can get married if you're gay, but you can't be gay.
Well, according to Pat Robertson, it's okay. You can forgive your husband for like a gay thing. Did you read that story?
You scrolled past.
Did we scroll?
Yeah.
I know I had it on here. I didn't know if we played that last week or not. Let me roll down a little bit. Oh, here it is. Yes. This is a good story with Pat. Pat.
I actually watched the 700
Dude,
Club
I watched
sometimes.
it. I actually called in and argued with a woman on there one time.
Really?
This is back. Oh God, it had to be like 89 or 90, right?
I've wanted to call in before, but
dude,
I don't know.
I called in and they have these people waiting by the phones. Just like if you put on WQED during a drive or something. And this woman was like, and we were arguing. I don't even remember what the argument was. I mean, again, this is back like 1989 or 90. No, it wasn't on air. But so I'm arguing with this woman. And
that would have been awesome if it was on air.
Oh, dude, yeah, it would have been fantastic. Because then all of a sudden she started praying for me, and she's like, and she's like, "Can I pray for you?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." I put the phone down.
You should have been like, "Well, according to the Bible, you're supposed to only pray, to yourself."
Yeah. Keep it to thine self. No, but yeah, she's praying.
That's true. It's in the Bible.
She's praying for me.
I don't remember the exact quote, but
she's freaking praying for me. Then I walk away, get myself orange juice, come back, drink it. She's still going rambling on the phone. I walk out, bringing the mail. She's still rambling on the phone. I'm just like, oh my God. So finally, eventually, I was like, all right, see, I'm out of here, man.
It's like that Texas governor or whatever the hell who
Which
had
one?
That big prayer assembly and like
for
Cowboy
water.
Stadium.
For water.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of actually drilling in ground and looking for water, they just prayed.
That just proves how ironic and dumb that is, because in the Bible it says specifically that to do your prayer in your whatever. I don't know the exact quote. Look it up for me.
All I know is, you can pray all you want, but if you don't do something about something, the odds of your prayers actually coming true are pretty damn slim.
Prayer doesn't actually work.
No, of course not.
It's not real.
Well, I mean, they've done studies on that. They've done studies, and they found that prayer does not work.
Well,
so I mean,
you don't need studies.
Well, no, but you do. Everything you want to prove one way or the other, you do studies on it. And they've done a couple of different studies, and each
like
one
doing a
showed
study
that it didn't work. Dude, they do studies on everything. I mean, seriously. Think of the dumbest thing on earth, and people do studies on it.
I'll do the typical thing and say
anything.
The pink unicorns.
There's probably a study on that. I mean,
let's do the study.
There are like the most insane.
They're
the most insane studies out there, dude. That you look like, why the fuck is this a study? You know, but yeah. So Pat Robertson believes that you should forgive husband who had drunken gay fling unless he's a habitual homosexual. So
Matthew 6:6. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, pray to your Father who is unseen. Well, obviously. Then your Father who sees and in secret.
We're turning
will
into a
reward
religious
you.
show. This is scaring me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
pray in private.
Right.
that's-
Don't annoy people. But
Exactly.
yeah, so like I said,
So
Pat
if you hold a
Robertson-
fucking prayer in a stadium,
dude,
so,
Christians do everything against the Bible. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I mean, you know, so
it's just hypocrisy.
yes, absolutely. I mean, look, people pick and choose whatever they want to agree with on every level and everything. It's just human nature to do that. You don't agree with everything, but I agree with this. So, you know, I'm just going to wear this jersey because I agree with like 3% of what they say, but only agree with 1% of what the other people say, you know? And people, you can always justify your actions, no matter what you do. You can always find a reason and a way to justify it.
That's what I'm gonna do if someone asks if they can pray for me. I'll be like, Matthew 6:6, biatch.
Yeah, do it quietly in your own room. No, you know what? I don't anymore. I don't even care. You know, I just say, yeah, thank you.
No,
You know?
not either.
After a while. Oh, this first self-driving semi-truck in the U.S. hits the road. That's pretty freaking cool. It's built by Mercedes-Benz, or actually Daimler, I think, built it. But same thing. Yeah, so here come the machines.
Mhm.
Autobots, line up.
Welcome to the machine.
So, and another story here says, you know, don't freak out,
Well,
but
I mean-
the universe may be a hologram. This is nothing new, but they've done yet another
Probably
study. They've done,
Uh,
how many times do you hear me saying
Tracy
that this
Morgan.
isn't real?
Tracy Morgan's
You know?
gonna be scared of that last thing we were talking about.
What?
The
The machines?
self-driving trucks.
Oh,
Ooh,
he'll
too
probably be
soon?
safer.
Yeah,
He'll be safer. We'll all
he's
be
just gonna
safer.
look up and see a giant semi-truck with no one driving it. And
I mean,
fucking
look.
have a heart attack.
I watched Transformers when I was a kid, and I saw the movies. They never text. They never text while driving, so I would rather, you know, them do their shit.
I don't text while I
You
drive.
see Bumblebee be like,
I'm hesitant to even check the time on my phone when
Yeah.
I drive.
yeah, I don't text when I'm hand cycling either.
That'd be difficult,
It would.
just physically.
Well, down Greenfield Avenue you could, but
Well,
you would probably
yeah.
hit something at like 40 miles an hour and things just wouldn't end well. And this is my favorite thing. There's now an app that blocks any mention of the Kardashians. I love it. I love it. So I went to the website and I wanted to download. I went into like the App Store looking for the app, and they must not have it ready yet because it didn't show up, unless somebody had that
Excuse
shit removed. Who knows? But
Let's
I freaking love just the idea of this app.
go back to the.
and
the
I will
universe
download
of
it.
Is a hologram.
Okay, what about it?
I don't know. We were talking about it, then I kind of had to derail it just to talk about Tracy Morgan.
Oh, I mean, it's not something new that they came out with. It's just they keep coming up with different ways of looking at things, and there are things that happen in the universe that suggest that it's not a real thing. It may be a hologram. Ergo, we're all holograms. I mean, you know, again, how many times have I talked about that? You know, I don't think this is reality. My biggest stumbling block is I don't know if reality has a beginning and an ending. I'm not sure on how it works, you know, so.
Well, nobody.
No. Well, I mean, a lot of people claim they know how it works,
Well,
But,
they're
you know.
wrong.
but they were told by God.
Oh, well, then they're probably right.
Of course they are.
Because Jesus hates gays.
He does. He does. Oh, so true. He does.
You know, I wouldn't even be mad if that happened.
If what happened?
If Jesus came down just for that.
Well, I mean, you can't do anything about it. I mean, if
Exactly.
if he's real and he
It's
comes
like, well,
down and does
shit.
that shit, well, okay, all right. I guess I gotta hate gays.
that's the great thing about like the non.
I mean, it's like if Thor shows up and says all fags must die. Okay.
like, okay, you're
Thor-
right.
Thor
you're
has
fucking
spoken.
Thor. You're real. I believe you now. That's the
Yeah.
great thing about skepticism is that once it actually happens and you can prove it, then hey,
Yeah.
change your mind. Boom.
Yeah. But then it's too late. You got egg on your face and you're gonna burn in hell.
Well,
You gotta believe. Just believe, dude.
just have faith.
That's all you need in life. Just believe.
Faith.
Oh, this one. I don't understand how this
Faith
woman.
1.0.
I don't understand how this woman is not being prosecuted for attempted murder. Woman spreads feces on coworker's chair, mouse, and she got no jail time for it. Not even jail time.
Well, was she hot?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't think there was a photo of her. But here's the thing, though.
Did she have shades?
Yeah.
She gave him shit aids.
She might have, though, man, because look, the Winchester Star reports that 31-year-old Andrea Edwards of Stevens County.
Andrea's a hot name.
Sure. Was given a
Probably
2-year
ugly.
sentence. She was given a 2-year sentence Tuesday in Winchester City Circuit Court with time suspended. That means Edwards won't serve jail time. Okay, we got that. Where is it? Here we go. The criminal complaint. Edwards obtained a stool sample from a patient she had tested in the lab. It had tested positive for a type of bacteria known to cause infection, diarrhea, stomach pain, and death. So
Attempted murder.
that's how I see it. I mean, that's like attempted murder.
That
And-
really was shit aids.
yeah, right. Yeah. So I don't know how she just got like 2-year, whatever that was, probation, basically. I mean, if she would have had a gun, she would have went to jail. If she would have had a knife, she would have went to jail. But since she's using bacteria,
Shit aids.
shades, I mean, that's like the dirtiest fight you can do, with the chemical weapons and all that shit,
You should get worse for than a
Right.
gun.
I agree, because you could have killed many other people accidentally.
Yeah.
And possibly even turn them into zombies, goddammit. We don't want zombies.
Shit aids as bad as mustard.
Oh,
gas.
this story, I don't quite understand this story. Steak and seafood to be removed from the
Food
food
stamps.
stamp program. I don't get why. I understand removing junk food. Okay, cookies, chips, Pepsi, whatever. If you want to remove that shit.
It wouldn't affect me if I had food stamps.
I mean,
'cause I don't eat that
I'm
shit.
not. I'm not really a junk food person per se.
Me
So
neither. Except for Rice Krispies.
yeah, well that's
Rock
different.
Krispie.
Yeah, but Rice Krispie treats are good.
Fucking good as fuck.
You know what are even really good? The Captain Crunch ones are also excellent.
I've never had those.
Yeah, those are really good. But anyway, yeah. So for some reason, this woman right here feels that exactly.
If you were wondering what she looked like, that's what she looks like. She looks like.
She does too.
That's exactly what she looks like.
She looks like that's exactly what she's thinking. No steak for you, motherfucker. Yeah. So
I bet she has acrylic nails.
You think? So
By the way, she's white, so it's not racist.
That's
No,
right.
She's black.
No. I think to myself, like, I've used food stamps before. Not that I'm proud of it, but, I've had to. And
It's whatever, dude.
I don't know.
Food stamps is a
Well,
good
I mean, it's
thing.
there to support, to help out. You know what I mean?
People need to eat,
Right.
or they'll die.
Right. But again, she's another, like, politician who has no fucking clue what she's talking about. She's talking about steak and seafood as it's like a delicacy, like it's, you know what I mean? It has no nutritional value. Why are you eating it? You shouldn't be getting that. Most people don't eat that. I don't know anybody on food stamps who's eating steak and seafood every day.
No.
You might have it like the 3rd or 4th of the month, whenever you get your check. You know what I mean? You might say, okay, I'm gonna have a steak, and then that's it. Your money is pretty much gonna be gone after that. But the thing is, steak is high in creatine. It's high in protein. Seafood is excellent source of protein. So why would you throw that? What in your mind would make you think that belongs in the same company as cookies, ice cream,
Yeah.
Pepsi? You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
Right.
Shades.
Shades. It is shades, damn it. So this one, I mean, it's just another politician trying to, make a name for herself without.
That's a politician?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. It is Jesus. That's how Jesus looks.
I hope not.
I hate facts. It's Jesus.
That case better not be getting thrown out.
Oh, here you go. This ought to make everybody happy right here. Jeb Bush, okay? Jeb Bush names George W. Bush as his most trusted Middle East advisor. We can't get rid of the Bushes, man. And we certainly can't get rid of the W, no matter how hard you try. This guy just keeps like, hey, I'm back. No matter what you do. He's back. Yeah. Oh, I love the one story. And like, I like conspiracy theory stories, some are ludicrous, some are believable, and some are just somewhere
have
between.
you looked up Michael Tassarian yet?
I have not. Why? Did you send me a link or something?
Yeah, I think you'd like him.
Oh, okay.
Well, we talked about it like a long time ago.
Did we? I don't remember
Yeah.
now. But
Mitzar.
what the hell was I saying? Oh, this is the video. We got to play this video. We have to. You got to put this up. Yes, we can.
Can't do shit.
Yes, we can. You got to put this up because this. Oh, they took it down. No, they took it down. Oh, that's terrible. I should have downloaded it, man, while I had the chance.
Sucks for you. You have to keep watching Bill Cosby.
Oh God, this was hilarious, man. This is a real children's book called "Do You Want to Play with My Balls?" And every page of the story is dirty as shit. Like, how big are your balls? Can I play with your balls? Kimmy says, I'm only going to play with your balls if I can play with both of your balls. Like, the whole story is like that, dude. It is. If Kimmy doesn't play with us, I'm going to have blue balls. It's shit like that, dude. It's just hilarious.
Blue balls.
Yeah, dude, it was great, man. I'm so bummed they took that down.
Well, it says this video is private.
Well, same thing. They might as well have taken it down. Oh, there's another good one here. This Baltimore still on edge thing.
Baltimore is still a city?
Yeah, for now.
I thought they just burnt to the ground.
Basically what happened here is that, some dude, there was a black guy laying on the ground, a couple of white officers standing around, and everybody, like, it's mostly black people around there, and they all started accusing the cops of having shot him. Well, it didn't happen. It didn't happen like that, but Fox News was right there in the vicinity. They overheard it, and they started reporting it as actual fact, that the police shot this guy.
Fox News.
Yeah, of course. Well, it doesn't matter if it's Fox or CNN. They're all the same. All the same.
Yeah, but Fox is a whole different level.
No. They're different crazy in different ways. But when it comes to getting the story completely wrong, I don't care if you put on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, whatever it is, they are all 100% wrong. Every single one of them. So this guy, apparently he pulled a gun. They hit him with a taser or some shit, or pepper spray. I'm sorry, I think they maced or pepper sprayed him, and he fell down, and they took the gun off him, and that's why they were taking him away. But Fox News reported it as the police shot this guy, and so, meanwhile it's like the story was completely wrong, as so often is.
I don't watch the news.
Well, that's why I tell people.
Because of shit like this.
That's why I tell people, do not turn on the lamestream media whenever something's going on. Yeah. Because it is always wrong. Always. You can wait a day, and then you'll get, like, the real story. Oh, and U.S. citizenship is just dropping, man. People, I think in the last 2 or 3 years here, there's something like 4,000 or 5,000 people have actually stepped down from being U.S. citizens.
I'm about to.
Yeah, what is that? 3415 and 1335. That's close to 5,000. Americans actually have, where is it? As many as 1,335 of Americans gave up their citizenship in the first 90 days of the new year, compared to 854 during the same period last year. So the numbers keep rising, man. So here's since 2014, altogether, almost 5,000 people have actually gave up their citizen status. And a lot of it has to do, apparently, with Americans living overseas. And the IRS has passed some kind of new law here. With the passage of FATCA, F-A-T-C-A, the IRS has enlisted the help of foreign banks to inform U.S. citizens, no matter where they reside, that they are required to pay tax on their worldwide income.
That's bullshit.
It's absolutely bullshit. If you don't live here. Like, can you imagine? I have a Hungarian and a Romanian citizenship on top of this one. Can you imagine if all three countries started taxing my ass? I would have nothing left. I mean, this is just, it's insane, It's absolutely insane. And in February,
All to go to make another aircraft carrier.
Who what?
Because that's what we need.
Who's what? What are you reading?
Military funding.
Where? What are you reading?
I'm just saying that's
what
taxes go to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They don't go to, like, fix fucking roads and shit.
No, well, the infrastructure's falling apart completely. Yeah. I mean, everything. You see the roads are awful. The water main lines are breaking all over the place. L.A., they can't even keep up with the busted water mains in that city. They're just running from hole to hole. I think they're probably like 5 or 6 holes behind, So, I mean, yeah, the nation's falling apart.
Social institutions. No, not even.
Well, schools are crap. They're cutting gym and music and, because, music is a non-essential class. You don't need music. You don't need gym either. Yeah.
Dude, humans, their brains work as music.
Well, it's music's numbers and music's rhythm, and you know what I mean. It's just it's
a fundamental fabric of existence.
Yeah, And it's proven over and over again in every study that has ever been done. It's pretty much, unless it's a study that was sponsored by We Hate Music people, which are also out there. But if you find any like credible study, they will all tell you the same thing. Kids who learn to play an instrument, who learn music, etc., who are open to a wide range of different styles of music when they're growing up, are more intelligent.
Better podcast. Oh,
better podcast. Damn. So
I guess our podcast kind of.
Oh, Bill's there. Bill's holding down the fort.
He was big earlier. I'm gonna make him big again.
You gonna make him big again?
He likes keeping his eye on you.
Uh-oh.
I don't want his.
He scares me when he's all creepy down there.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, this is a great story here too, by the way. We were talking about this on my Facebook page earlier today. Put on your raping shoes and find this bitch. Abby Martin is the latest target of crazed Chris Kyle. What the hell is that? What's that word? Psychopath? The hell's a psychopath?
Psychophant.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look that word up.
Never heard that up.
A crazy person, it sounds like. Yeah, so apparently this chick put out a, where is it? Fans of American Sniper Chris Kyle have threatened to rape and kill former RT anchor Abby Martin for criticizing the deceased Navy SEAL and creating a T-shirt they find offensive.
Dude, go on 4chan. Every other post is a rape threat.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit.
Well, the thing is, what was her shirt? Oh, fuck Chris Kyle. That was a shirt, the T-shirts that she was putting out there. So these wag jobs are like, threatening to kill her. They want her to have her. They want people to cut off her head, and I'm going like,
That's not real.
No,
that's internet.
Yeah, but no, that's still a terroristic threat without a doubt. You can't put that shit out there. The one Marine actually, where's it at? Let me find it. Oh, here's what this guy, a fucking cunt. I'm guessing. How dare you disgrace his name like that?
He could have said fucking can't.
Yeah, could have, but probably didn't. He gave his life so you can have yours. Fucking bitch. Don't worry, I know where you live thanks to your IP address. And don't worry, I'm a Marine, said Jamie Lugo in a message shared by Martin. So you won't see me coming. I'm going to cause you pain beyond your imagination.
Okay, but
TikTok, time's running out.
Okay, out of all those...
That's a straight up terroristic threat. I'm sorry. You write that to somebody, you're going to freaking jail. All right? That ain't just somebody running their mouth on the internet. And
it is, though.
It is, I agree. But the bottom line is you cannot make terroristic threats, period. You just can't. You can say she's a bitch, she's a whore, whatever. That's fine. But when you go to the point like, I'm talking directly to you, bitch. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to rape you in your ass with a cactus. Shit, whatever. You can't say that. Those are terroristic threats, dude. Whether you're going to follow through on it or not. And, for this guy to like sit there.
That's the only reason they say it, though, is because they're not going to do it. If you're going to do something like that, you're not going to say it.
It doesn't matter. You cannot say, dude, you think I never said something to somebody before I punched him in the face?
Okay, well, that's different. That's
No, it's not really different. It's not different. I'm not the only person like that. You start using words like that, your ass needs to at least go to jail. And, at the very least, psychopathic. I'm thinking that. You need therapy, dude. I mean, that's just, you don't.
I disagree.
That's idiotic. That's absolutely idiotic. So what if he follows through and kills her?
Then that's a crime that he committed.
Sure. But you're going to wait till he does it? This isn't a thought. This isn't an idea. People need to understand. I can't make terroristic threats in the street. If we're face to face in the street and I motherfuck you up and down and tell you I'm going to beat your ass, this and that, you can call the police and they will arrest me. I don't have to actually beat your ass physically. I can just tell you in your face that I'm going to do it and I will be arrested. This is how the law works. You cannot make terroristic threats against people. You can't. And people shouldn't. I mean, this guy's, he's a loose cannon. I mean, what kind of an idiot does something like this? And I'm not saying that what she did or said is right. Just because we have free speech,
you can detain someone like that.
Absolutely.
But
you give a psychological evaluation, etc.
Yeah, but that's not a criminal charge, is what I'm trying to get across.
But you will be detained. When you do something like that, you will absolutely be detained. I mean, you can't make terroristic threats against people, period.
It makes sense for safety, obviously.
Yeah, because if he's blowing off steam, he may just be blowing off steam, but he may not. You don't know.
I'm just saying, 99.999%.
It doesn't matter.
Of those
no, I
doubt
doubt that it's that high. But even if it could be 99.9999. All it takes is that one. You know what I mean? So no, terroristic threats. That shit's got to go. And now here's my other thing. This guy's talking about freedom of speech, this and that. I protect. So you have your life. Blah blah blah. And then he's gonna turn around and want to kill somebody because they voiced their opinion he doesn't agree with. I mean, that's just dumb. That's total hypocrisy right there.
Yeah.
And this is what America has come to. This is what this country has come to. It's like, everybody loves to quote the Constitution. It's like the freaking Bible. You pick and choose. I like this, Bill of Right here. I don't like that Bill of Right. But I mean, it's just lunacy, man. People need to learn to chill the fuck out. Somebody has their opinion. You don't agree with it. Fine. Change the channel. Go to find another IP address to follow. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just easier than getting all worked up over every stupid little thing that somebody says. Because if I got worked up over everything I see on Facebook, dude, I'd be pissed all day. People say so many dumbass, stupid things, probably me included, But people say dumb things on there all the time. People say offensive things to me all the time.
I guess that's a gray area kind of thing.
Not really. You make a terroristic threat against somebody, you're gonna go to jail.
Okay,
you're
well,
gonna get evaluated.
I've had people tell me that they were gonna fucking come and kill me and shit.
Call the police on them.
If you
call the police on them,
I think there's
there's
a certain level to where you can, realize that it's gonna be a legitimate thing that might happen.
If it's a stranger, somebody you don't know, okay, and this woman, she's an anchor for whatchamacallit. She's an anchor for RT News. So she's not like some complete nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the gray area.
No, it's not gray at all. There's nothing gray at all. It's very simple, Brian. You make a terroristic threat, you're going to be detained, and you will be checked out at the very least. Mm-hmm. You don't make
I'm saying
threats
if there's a higher priority person like that's a lot more reasonable route to go.
Look, if it's a couple kids in school talking shit on one another on Facebook, that's one thing.
Exactly. So you're saying, but you're agreeing that there's a.
It depends on what is being said and how it's being said. Of course, that's pretty fucking straightforward.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be a dickhead to read that and not understanding. That's a real fucking threat. You know what I mean? So you don't do that. There's no reason. Like I say, you don't agree with somebody, fine, walk away. That's the end of the story. You don't need to get the terroristic threats and shit. Because let me tell you, personally, I don't make terroristic threats. You know why? Because if you piss me off, I'm just going to fucking break your nose. It's that simple. It's that simple. I don't waste around. I mean, when I'm about to come at your face, I might say something. But, that's just me. That's my personality. That's how I am. There are other people who rant and rave like lunatics, and that's all they need. And then you have the third option, or who rant and rave like lunatics, and then they can't get it out of their system. And they're going to want to go and beat your ass or kill you or get revenge or whatever.
Rape you in the ass with a cactus.
Absolutely. And those are the dinks you got to worry about. Because, the guy who's going to beat your ass, he's right there. It's coming. And again, barking dogs, they're barking dogs. That's all they'll ever do. But, it's that combination of the two that's scary as shit. And this guy, and you know what? I don't even know if he actually is a Marine. Who knows what the hell this guy's actually saying? It's probably some geek just hanging out in mommy's garage or basement. But he might be a Marine. Who knows? I don't know. So, yeah, this one just, I'm just going like, all right, so, even though I'm not a big Chris Kyle fan, I'm not. I'm just not a fan of snipers per se. I think it's sort of like it's a weak way to be in military combat, where you're like 2 miles from your target, and you sit there and you just boom, you just shoot somebody. You never get up close. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
but
first of all, it's more of a strategic thing.
Well, it is, yeah.
And being a sniper is fucking hard as shit.
Of course it's hard as shit. I'm not saying it's not.
But you are right with as far as the combat is concerned, it's.
Well, I mean, to me, when I think of war, you look at the old days where you fought with swords and you were right there. You looked the person in the eye as you took his life. I mean, how does that not change you psychologically? Do you know what I mean? Nowadays, war is like it's snipers and drones. And then once you got the area semi-cleaned up, then you'll send in like the Marines who just go busting down doors or whatnot. That is the real dangerous shit right there, because you don't know what you're walking into. That is about as close as you get nowadays to old school combat with swords and whatever. But And I know, no, I'm not taking away from what snipers do because I know it's a necessary thing now. And I know that they're very highly valued targets. In fact, in Vietnam, they were the number one targets. The Vietnamese put a high value on taking out snipers. You know, it makes sense why. But like I said, you know, like I couldn't do what they do. You know why? Because I can't lay in grass for 3 days straight. You know, or laying in a swamp or some fucked up ass area with like creatures crawling over you and you're not allowed to move. You know, I mean, I couldn't do that. There's no way, dude. As soon as a bug crawls on my face, I'm like, ah, you know what I mean? It's just not happening. That ain't for me.
Yeah, they do some crazy shit.
Absolutely, they do, and you know, I'm not knocking that, but I'm just merely saying that I think it's dirty war. Snipers is dirty war, drones is dirty war. You know, it's not. You know, it's one thing to do that, and it's another thing to be face to face with somebody, you know, with a sword. He's got a sword, you got a sword, you both have shields, and somebody's going to die. Oh, by the way, somebody behind you might stab you. Mm-hmm. It might not even be the person who you're fighting with.
Friendly
you know?
fire.
Yeah, right, you know, so, I mean, who knows, man. I look at, like, old battle scenes and shit, and I go, fucking people were nuts. Yeah. People were nuts. I mean, those battles, to me, are just crazy, because I don't give a shit how badass you are. It's just luck if you live through one of those. It's sheer luck.
Well, there's like 10,000 people on one side and 10,000 people on the other side. They're just fucking
full charge.
Run at each other.
You know, spears out, knives, you know, they're jumping over one another and shit. I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah,
you are crazy.
Retarded.
I would like start running hard and slow down.
I'd let
as I get closer, like, yeah.
Like,
but I would look, oh, my calf. Oh, I pulled a muscle. Oh.
I just trip and fall down.
Let about 20 people get ahead, and then, you know. I mean, it's wild when you look at military formations, how wars were fought.
If you're up front when you hit each other, you're gonna die.
Oh, chances are, yeah.
100%.
I mean, yeah.
There's a 100% chance that if you're on the very front line, you are going to die.
At the very least, I will say 99.999. I mean, if you live through that.
But I mean, you're the first line, and then there's tens of thousands of people behind the people that you just ran into.
Right.
So I don't think it's 99.9.
You might just get crushed to death. You might not even die by a sword. You might just get crushed.
I think 100% of people in that scenario died.
Well, I don't know about 100%, but it's look, it's very slim that you're going to survive. I will definitely look, because nothing is impossible. You know, it's just some things are more improbable.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could like get knocked out by a fucking shield like instantly and then just fucking fall down.
And yeah, I mean, things happen, but to actually get up there and you know, all that sword fighting and whatnot, and you come out at the end like, whew, that was hard. It's probably not gonna happen, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I love watching like the way the Greeks fought and the Romans. You know, the Romans were just such a machine when they moved together. They would have like their front lines, and you know, they all had the big Roman shields that were like almost body length, and then they had the short swords that they used for close combat. And then they would fight, and then after like 15 minutes, the guy would blow the whistle, and the guy from behind him would take his place, and they would rotate, and the guy from the front would go in the back. And so this way, you get like a 45-minute rest or whatever, or an hour rest, whatever it is. You know, as your line is being rotated, and you look at this shit, and you're like, wow, people really thought this shit out. I mean, they really, especially the Romans, man, they really thought this shit out. You know. So, but yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big snipers fan, perhaps, but still, and I wouldn't have. You know, I can pretty much guarantee you I would not have bought one of her T-shirts. You know, but. Again, if you don't like it, just walk away. Just turn the channel. You know, it's life doesn't really get.
So there's the word psychotic. What was the other word?
What up top?
Yeah.
Psychopaths.
Psychophants.
Psychophants. Maybe that's like plural for psychotic.
I don't know.
People who are psychotic, and there are more than one of them. There is more than one of them. Whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. But let's do it like religion. It feels right, so it's right.
Yeah.
And what is this last one here? Oh, yeah. This is awesome, man. Man plans to skydive from 25,000 feet without a parachute. It is freaking cool, man. They're setting up a... yeah, God, I wish you could have showed this video. They're setting up like a gigantic thing that's going to catch him. It's like 100 foot by 100 foot net. That is
shit.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds big, 100 foot by 100 foot net. but he's jumping from 25,000 feet. Like, you can't see the net from 25,000 feet.
Yeah.
So you're going to jump somewhere. I mean, he's going to use GPS and shit, to hit the target, but you still have to do the work to get there. And then, what if you're off by 1 foot?
Let's watch it and they can hear our reactions. No. Nah.
Oh, I would definitely jump out, just not without a parachute. That'll never happen.
We don't have the sound going in.
Well, they can probably hear it through here a little bit, but see, that shit I would love to do. I can't do it because I'm paralyzed. I can't do that diving, but damn you, my brother's calling. I'm going to answer the phone. ABC show.
Let's see if we can get him on.
We have Csaba on the phone here, the CEO of the ABC. What's up? Earlier. Can I call you back?
It's probably really boring.
Oh, line probably died.
Someone's watching.
All right, let me call you back, okay? Bye.
That was great.
Okay, so if you can pay attention to it. Yeah, he's not going to have a parachute. I love it.
It's pretty dumb.
No, it's cool, man. I mean, this dude's a complete expert at this shit, so why not go big? That looks so small.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's 100 by 100 foot, but it looks so small.
It looks really short, too. Like, it looks like there's not going to be enough time to fucking
Well, I
catch
mean,
it
I'm assuming the
with
things
speed
are
he's
on
going.
hydraulics, I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's on hydraulics.
Yeah, but it's still...
like,
dude, that thing was like 100 feet up.
yeah,
I would not trust it. I want to... Oh, hey, Bill Nye.
yeah.
Damn, he looks old.
Well, he is. I can
looks
assure
really
you,
old in
I can
that.
assure you that these guys have it worked out. You know what I mean? Hey, I hit pause, damn it. I can assure you that they probably have this worked out. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not just one guy sitting around, saying, well, let me take my best guess. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a hell of a feat, dude. I cannot wait to see it. I'm guessing this is going to be another one of those Red Bull stunts. That we see like on New Year's Eve or whatnot. You always see one guy.
Float
he jumps
tag.
the world's tallest building or whatever. I like that one. The one came off the one building in Nevada, like one of the big casinos. Came like straight down on his motorcycle. Or no, he jumped up on it. That's what it was. Yeah, he jumped one of the tallest casinos. He came down and just like hit it. And dude, he went, I don't know, like 20, 30 floors, whatever. It was way up there to the top.
Shit.
It was an incredible jump. And you know what's crazy about it is when you land on the building, you better be sure that the brakes work. You know what I mean? Or you go right over the other side. And he was like, I mean, he was able to stop before he got to the other end, But yeah, I love that kind of shit. That's like up my alley. That's cool. You know why? Because when you do it and you survive it, you feel alive. You're like, God damn it, I am alive. Even though I'm a fucking hologram in a hologram world. I feel alive. Yeah.
I'm not real, but I sure do feel real.
But I feel real, exactly. You never feel more real, dude, than when you're scared. And you never feel more alive than when you're in pain. Let me tell you, physical pain never lets you forget that you're alive. I love
Even though
those.
you're probably not really alive because you're not really even real.
No, but that hologram pain hurts like fuck.
Yeah. Well, in theory.
In theory. Because everything's theory. All right.
Yes.
Dude, we've already gone 1:34 and people are only listening. They can't see anything.
Nope.
Except for Bill. They see Bill.
I did not mean to click on Firefox.
Firefox. Bye. All right. We're calling it a night.
Well, get out of here, Firefox.
Ran out of stories here.
Yeah.
I think that was a great way to end with that guy plunging without a parachute 25,000 feet. I wonder why not 30,000. Well, probably because they would need a 110-foot pole. Or whatever. 102
Why not
foot.
21,000?
Well, no, the only reason I asked 30,000,
562.9.
that's usually where planes fly.
Yeah.
So but he's going to be 5,000 feet less. So why not go the extra 5,000 feet and go to 30,000 feet? But
Well, maybe just stay out of the way of the other plane.
maybe it's like, damn. They are the one thing I don't agree with that they said in here though. They said that he will be the first person to break the sound barrier when falling.
I thought that already happened before.
That happened like in the 60s.
Yeah.
One of the Navy pilots did it when he actually went up into like the stratosphere, and he jumped out. He was so high up he had to wear like his NASA suit, and he jumped out and he was falling so fast that he actually created a bang. So
I wonder what that would feel like.
Well, try it, and then you'll know. This is why I do dumbass shit.
I don't have the resources.
Well, you were in the Marines. You could have worked on that. You could have worked your way over there. See what I'm saying? You could be like, yeah, this is what I want to do. No, don't send me to Guam. Let me go and jump from really high up. I want to do high altitude testing for NASA. I wasn't in the air wing.
I was in the infantry.
Well, transfer. You can always
colorblind,
you can always enlist back into the Navy.
Actually, you know what?
That's what these guys are all Navy pilots.
One of the jobs that were open for colorblind people was
color coding. by black or gray or white.
Parachute rigger.
What?
Parachute rigger. Like you're
rigging the parachutes for other people?
Or objects that you're dropping into a drop zone.
So you've got to put it up in that slide thing, that whatever they use. Like you see, whenever
I don't know, I wasn't a parachute rigger.
Yeah, but I mean, like the parachute guys, like in the Army, they're not free falling and then pull the thing. It's like when they come out of the plane, it's already open because they go off that harness thing or whatever. That you ever see them? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, back in like 1940.
Well, that's still like that, isn't it?
No.
They have individual shoes that they jump with?
Yeah.
Now? Okay.
Yeah,
every time I see an ad for like the Marines or whatever on TV and they show parachuters, that's exactly what they're doing. They're coming out and the chute's opening as they come out.
I mean, like you can drop like a crate of ammo somewhere in the desert where people are fucking dying.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get shot down.
Or you could, scoot by and grab their hot meal. No hot meal for you anymore.
I figured parachute rigger, you're up there rigging parachutes and you'd be like, ooh, I'm high up. I bet I could break the sound barrier if I jumped out of the plane. I got plenty of parachutes.
It'll be the last thing I'll ever do. But they'll remember me.
Well, you can grab one of the parachutes and jump out. You get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. You know what I like?
I slipped.
You ever see like the people that do all the stunts when they jump out of airplanes? I don't know if they're called like stunt divers or whatever hell they would be called. But they'll do that. They'll take off their parachute and hold the thing like that, and they'll let it go and fly after it and all that crazy shit. You ever see them do it? Dude, it's freaking crazy. I'm like, all I could think is like I am a daredevil, definitely, and I would jump out of an airplane given the opportunity. But believe me, I would be holding that damn thing to make sure it doesn't slip off me. These dudes are like falling and they take it off, and they'll like take it off their back and hold on to it and pass it to each other and shit. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
No. None of that.
I love watching that shit. So cool, man, because it just looks so fun, until you like open the chute and you're like, ugh. Yeah, my luck will break my back a little bit higher, so now I'll be like I don't know, T2 instead of a T12. Yeah, I'm just gonna go a little at a time. I don't want to dump right into the deep end like Christopher Reeve did. Just gonna do like 7 or 8 vertebrae at a time.
Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting out of here or what?
Yep.
We're already an hour and 40 minutes into the show. I wonder how much actually recorded. Saying goodbye? Goodbye. We hope we have video next week.